Dear students, today in this lecture we are going to learn about switch capacitor circuits. The contents are as follows: basic introduction, working principle and operation, advantages and disadvantages of switch capacitor circuit. So let's start with the basic introduction of switch capacitor circuit. The switch capacitor circuit is the discrete time circuit. This allows for very sophisticated, accurate and tunable analog circuits to be manufactured without using resistor, because register values required for RC circuits are generally very high, and the larger value of registers require large chip area. Hence, switch capacitor circuits fulfill this requirement. So in this basic introduction, in amplifiers where the input signal is continuously available and applied to the circuit, and then output signal is continuously observed, this is called continuous time circuit. Such type of circuits find wide applications in audio, video and high-speed analog system. However, in many situations, the input only at periodic instant of time, ignoring its value at other times. The circuit then processes each sample, producing a valid output at the end of each period. Such circuits are called discrete time or sampled data circuit. So the switch capacitor circuit is also the discrete time circuit. So this is the basic working principle and operations of switch capacitor circuit. Let us now consider the switch capacitor circuit as shown in this figure here. There are two switches, S1, S2 and S3, which consist of three switches as mentioned here. S1, S2 and S3 are used to control the operational amplifier operations. Here S1 and S3 connects with this capacitor C1, and the uh, other terminal of this S3 is grounded. This is the operational amplifier. The inverting terminal of this operational amplifier is connected via this capacitor C2 also, and this capacitor C2 is connected in parallel with this switch S2. This switch S2, which provides the unity gain feedback, this circuitry here S1, S2 and C2. So let us assume that the open loop gain of the operational amplifier is very large and the circuit work in two phases. So here are two phases: sampling mode and amplification mode. So in sampling mode, consider in as shown in figure 1, there are switches S1, S3 and S2. So if in sampling mode, if switch S1 and S2 are on and S3 is off, for a high gain op amp, VB equal to Vout, which is equals to 0. Hence, the voltage across C1 is approximately equal to Vin. So here, this Vout is equals to VB. These are the nodes VA and VB. So this Vout is equal to VB, which is equals to 0, because this is work as a voltage follower, means output follows the input. So here VB equal to Vout equal to 0, and hence the voltage across C1 is approximately equals to Vin. So this is the output waveform Vin, and this is in continuous form. And the second one mode is amplification mode. If at t equal to t0, S1 and S2 are now turned off and S3 is turned on. So VA is connected to the ground here. This is the node VA, this is node VB, and this is grounded. So VA changes from V in 0 to 0. This is V in 0. This VA changes V in 0 to 0, means the output is like this. Here, this is the VA changes from V in 0 to 0, the output voltage must change from 0 to V in 0 into C1 upon C2. So as you can see here, this is the VA and these are the sine wave, and this VA changes from V in 0 to 0, and this is the output. This output voltage must changes from 0, this is 0, to V in 0 into C1 upon C2. So this is the amplification mode. The output voltage change can also be calculated by examining the transfer of charge. So the charge stored on C1 just before T0 is equal to V in 0 into C1. So after T equal to T0, the negative feedback through C2 derives the op-amp input differential voltage, and hence the voltage across C1 is to 0. So it is shown in figure here, the transfer of charge from C1 to C2. So if the charge transfer from C1 to C2, there are three conditions. First, the circuit samples the input, setting the output to 0 and providing no amplification during this period. The second one is, after sampling for t is equal to T0, the circuit ignores the input voltage V in, amplifying the sampled voltage. And the third one condition, the circuit configuration changes considerably from one phase to another, raising concern about its stability. In addition to sampling capability, we note that from the waveform that is shown in figure here, that after output voltage settles, the current through C2 approaches 0. That is, the feedback capacitor does not reduce the open loop gain of the amplifier if the output voltage is given enough time to settle. So this is the basic working principle of switch capacitor circuit, and this circuit having some advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are compatibility with CMOS technology. So it is compatible with CMOS technology, and we can design many of the circuitry like switch capacitor filter, integrator, switch capacitor amplifier, switch capacitor using ADC, etc. We can design with this technology, and we will consider operational amplifier as well as CMOS technologies. Good accuracy of time constant, good voltage linearity, good temperature characteristics, etc. The disadvantages is, require a non-overlapping clock. Bandwidth of the signal must be less than the clock frequency. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of switch capacitor circuit. In our next lecture, we will discuss about the switch capacitor integrator. Thank you for watching.